loves, and I've got, hang on, let me just get this in the right position so you can see me, and hopefully you can see my cups. Yes, I've got my cups here. So I thought I would do this time zone because of the guys in the UK and EU as well as Australian people. Same with anyone Southern Hemisphere, so China, New Zealand, the Polynesian Islands. You should all be able to see me at a reasonable time frame for you. But for guys in the USA, it will be either 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 5 a.m, something like that in your time zones. So if anybody is here, please say hello, because I do have a chat box open there. But while I'm waiting just to see if anyone's there, and even if no one is here today, I thought I'll go through and show you how you use a fortune teller teacup. Oh, hello, Deb. Lovely to see you. Now, Deb, are you an Aussie gal? So I'm just going to do some short reads. I don't know whether we'll have many people join me here tonight. I just thought let's try this for a time zone, and I've just finished dinner. Not a very exciting dinner for me tonight. It's just tacos. So, hi Roz, lovely to see you, darling. It's nice to see some Aussie gals. So if you want a teacup reading, throw a question at me and I'll show you how we use these. So I'm looking a little bit secondhand tonight, but anyway. So yes, you're in New South Wales. I should know by the name, shouldn't I? Although I've got a head like a sieve. I really don't retain much, only the rubbish, so Linus tells me. So if you do want a little cup reading, Central Coast. Yes, you're in a beautiful part of the world. So, hi Cynthia. Thought you'd find it. You have to let me know. Did it pop up on your timeline, or did you actually have to go to the YouTube? So, finding trouble. YouTube, I think, keeps changing it all. Oh, you're coming through the Facebook platform anyway. Because I know sometimes I've looked on YouTube and it's like there's a chat up the right-hand side sometimes. But last time I had to turn off the chat straight after I finished the video because we had the hackers jumping on there pretending they were me. So, yeah. But if anyone wants a cup reading, let me know. So while you have a think about that, I'm going to actually show you how you use a fortune teller teacup. So, sorry, you get on top of my head. So you would swirl your cup. I've probably got too much water in there. There's probably about 2 teaspoons of water. I'm just tipping a little more out because I've got a little bucket here on the side. So you only need about a teaspoon of water. And you give it a few swirls. Some people, and it really depends on who has taught you. There are a lot of superstitions around tea leaf reading, particularly with teacups. They will say swirl 3 times. Some will say anti-clockwise. Some will say clockwise. Some people put the saucer over the top and dump it all out. There is no rhyme or reason. It's what is comfortable to you. And it doesn't make any difference to the reading, to the end results. So I always like to give them a bit of a swirl. And then as I am swirling, I'm doing this action, like a cement mixer. So as I'm swirling, I'm then going over. So, Deb, you've got the chat on the right-hand side, use an iPad. Yeah, see, I use the iPad for everything too. So Deb wants to know, any message coming from the leaves. So, do you want black cup or white cup, Deb? Choice is yours. I've just brought out the 2 tonight because I'm too lazy to do lots of washing up. So, I've got black or white. You choose. And I think there's about 10-20 seconds delay in between what I say and your message is coming through. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can see me a little bit there. So, black or white? Black or white? Black or white? I'm just waiting. Black. Now, why did I guess that you'd pull black? So let's just have a look. And what I'm doing, when we just want to have a look at what a general reading as such, I'll look at what tea blobs land on the symbols and we'll allow the symbols to tell us. It's a bit like reading in layers. You're The symbols in the actual cup, I'd say, think of them like the house or the subject matter, then leaves that land over the top of them. That is what you'd call like what is it? Adjective or describing. So Cynthia will tell me here because Cynthia was teacher. So your leaves will describe what symbol it lands on. So let's have a look. We got a letter C here and a little balloon. It's almost like, actually no, it's not. It's got a top on it. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, it's actually got a top on it, so it's like a little letter T. Letters in teacups often mean somebody's name, and it can be a person, but it can be man or woman. So the T could be a Teresa or it could be a Thomas. You've got the little balloon next to it, and that's really lovely because a balloon there literally means joy is rising. Now, it's not a hot air balloon because there's no little basket on the bottom of it. Hot air balloons are different symbology to a balloon like a child's balloon. So a child's balloon means lots of joy coming around the letter T, and it may be the person that you know. It is also right beside the sun, and the sun again is joy and light, and it's beautiful because it means the positivity that you show today, you will receive reflected back at you, which is nice. You've also got two little tiny heads above it. And two heads there would tell me two people having good discussions that are joy, and it may involve the person with the letter T. So all around your dog here, you've actually got, it's almost like a bird. No, actually, if I hold it that way, it's a bat. Bat is good because it literally means using your skill sets, your wisdom, your knowledge. It's the smartest creature on our earth plane, actually. So it means highly intelligent, very clever, and it's near the dog, which would tell me you're very smart, but you're also in the right intellect with people around you, because dogs are often the friends that you have around you. You've got here a little house. And then you've got, it's almost like a little baby underneath it. That's interesting, because baby on the crossroads is about making decisions or choices. Baby is new choices around a house. So it could tell me literally new choices around the home and family. In its real literal sense, I'd look at that and say, are you making a decision about a property? So here you've got a lovely big tree, and it's got a nice big canopy, and it's got a beehive hanging down below it, and it's sitting on the money tree. Let me just drain that. Money tree is, yes, of course, about money and abundance. Tree is family, but when you've got a beehive hanging off there, would tell me, look at the things that you can do to earn income for yourself. So things like a side gig, things of doing your own business there would tell me you've got good family support in order to do it, and there's an opportunity to make some money. And when you see all these little dots, you've got little scattered dots there, little scattered dots here, down here, and all the way around here. Lots of scattered dots like that, we call them coins in the cup. And coins in the cup mean great abundance. It will always be flowing through for you. Here you've got is a person standing on the mountain. Now the mountain is about obstacles, delays, blockages and so on. Man standing on it there would tell me, don't make things more harder than they need to be, because standing still on it tells me where there's probably a problem that is going on around you, but it's like you're stuck on it. And when I see you standing on it, I'd say, get on walking past it. A mountain is only a detour. It is not a cliff to jump off. So remember that. Mountain's a detour, not a cliff. So you again got lots of scattered dots here, a little bit sitting on the coffin. So that with money coins would just tell me be careful in what you're spending, so don't overdo the spending. T here up on the man. Try to look at what symbol it is. It's actually an eye. Eye just tells me somebody that you may admire, and they can be partners if you've got a partner. If you don't, it often just means somebody you either admire for who they are or what they do. Can even be for their achievements. Everybody automatically thinks lust and lovers and jumping, running off, having hot wild affairs and stuff, but it often is literally admiration for the person and what they do or achieve. Here you've actually got is a little clover on the cloud, Clouds, like I said, are about, it's literally like, imagine you're walking around a portable fog. It's the easiest way I can explain it. Clover there would just tell me, get your head out of the fog and look at your money matters. Because while you've got the fog around you, you're not going to make decent decisions. It's not a bad cup. So I hope that helps in some small way. So let me have a look. Sorry guys, there's probably a lot of people that are asking questions and I'm only getting bits of the messages through because it feeds through so quickly. Hang on. You've got there, I'm trying to find you. Long to see. I need a question, guys, not just a pick. So if you're wanting just a general, you're going to get general. So if you've got a particular question, that'd be really good. So I'm just putting some of this tea back in because I decided I didn't want to do loads and loads of washing up tonight. So let me just rinse. Things I have on the side here. If you saw the mess that I have. So, just let me get the tea all down. I don't want it all up there. Right, okay, let me go. Now, just have a look here. Nancy, your message has disappeared there, so I think you said black. I'm not 100% sure, so let me just leave that. Julia, lovely to see you. Ros, what genre of book you might write? We asked that last week. So think of another question, Ros. Hi, Lisa. Would love to move house next year. Unsure about letter T. Think about that one, Deb, because it's often interesting when you stop and think about it. It could be the person coming in. So... Nancy, can you tell me what question you'd like? And I'm pretty sure you said black. Let me just grab a notepad. Hang on. Right, with a pen or pencil. Once upon a time. Let me just scribble down some bits. Hang on, let me start in the back. Easier. So... Nancy, because yeah, like I said, it won't let me scroll back up. Sorry, guys. Julia, white. Let me have a look. Charles Angel Tarot. I only ever read the Saucer when I've got clients in here, and I won't go through that now because it is way too much time consuming to go through that as well. But reading the sources is often looking at long-term future. So that's what we do. Nancy, where you gone? So Julia White, I'm trying to grab here. Julia is general. So let me just scribble this down. Rose, nothing specific at the moment. Ali, what colour? If it's gone through, so rather than losing too much time, she said black. Thanks, Charles, for that. I wasn't sure. Julia, black or white, will the operation go? We don't usually read Health on Lives. I do that when I'm in person. Because it's too much privacy and emotional stuff on that. We can certainly have a look at travel for you. Just have a look. Thank you. White Ali is white. And a question, nothing specific. Yours is general. Right. So, like I said, we don't do health. Charles... Did you have a question? Charlie's Angel Tarot. Lovely. How are you going, Charlotte? Rose is downsizing. Gosh, I need to upsize rather than downsize. I'm just going to start on some of that there. Now, I haven't seen Nancy come back here, so I'm just going to go general for Nancy. She might have lost connection. So, let me have a look. Right. This is interesting. It's almost like a great big bird in flight. When we were kids, we used to draw seagulls like that on our colouring in drawings and pictures like that. Bird and baby would tell me good news is coming. Birds very, very rarely ever carry negative news. The only time they're negative, and that's when they've got something like an axe in front of them or behind them, big gravestones, lots of turmoil, hangman's nooses, things like that. But bird and baby would tell me good news is coming. And nice to see baby because it tells me something new and exciting and something that's giving you joy. You've also got a little bird here sitting up on the branch right in the top of the tree. And that tree is often about the family and the stability. And it's interesting because the branch there literally means the helping hand, and the bird again would tell me helping hand with discussions. Now, I do know you personally, Nancy, so that's a very interesting symbol to have. It's coming down on top of the tree, which tells me you might be very pleasantly surprised at who will give you a helping hand when it comes to family matters. I'll go back up around here. There you go, great big snail. Snail literally means things that have been going very slow. It's just past the crossroads, so it tells me, yes, some decisions and things you've had to make recently have been moving slowly. It is heading towards the moon, and he's really got his neck sticking right out there towards the moon. And the moon is often about your emotions and how you feel. My mum would actually say, and it sounds really old-fashioned, go upon the light of the moon to the river and look upon your reflection, and what do you see? And what it actually means is, in the stillness of the night, we use the river as our mirror and the moon as the light. And it means in the stillness we see ourselves in perfect form without any worries or troubles. But the moment daylight comes up and the ripples cause, you then see all these things and you start self-doubt and judgment and imperfections. So here would tell me, always see yourself in perfect light, Nancy, not in ripples. Around here, you've literally got like a feather quill sitting in an ink pot, and it's near a man with a door. Man with an ink pot would tell me signing some sorts of documents, the official documents with the ink pots. The door here would tell me very good new opportunities there, and it's almost like another little door there in front of the inkwell. So yes, there is a man who's about to open up some wonderful doorways. There's even a tiny little plane there, which means yes, travel involved, or literally international level of signing some documents. That is not going to surprise me, Nancy, if that is not Corey. Here you've got is a hat sitting on top of the clouds. Hat is protection symbol. Sitting on the clouds there would tell me where you feel muddled or confused. So the hat sitting on clouds, and it's like hat, and then you've also got like another pointy hat, means protect your headspace, protect your emotions. If something doesn't feel right, let everyone else know it, and that you're not going to take shit from anybody. Sorry, I swear, I'm an Aussie. That's what we do. And right down here, you've got a little house, almost like a little birdhouse. House here again would still tell me cutting off some things that may be family and some difficulties here. So when I look at it there, you've got an arrow. Arrows are good because it means moving forward. An arrow pointing to a mountain means overcoming the obstacles. Not a bad cup, Nancy. So... hi, Hayley. Lovely to see you, gorgeous. I'm trying to write down many that I can, but I'm probably going to forget people because I've got a head like a sieve. Hayley, where are we? Finances, money. I think that's a big thing with many people, actually. So... in this world economy, let me just get this tea sorted. In this economy, it's awful and it's really hard because you just hear all this world turmoil that's going on, and it is a bit of a bother, isn't it? So let me get some more tea in here. Hang on. I've got tea leaves. I'm trying to scoop out some more tea. Maybe I should have done cards. Might have been easier. But I thought, let's do some cups. Now let me just get this one prepared for the next person. Right. I'm just going to grab whatever colour because I can't go back. So, where am I? Charlotte, did you have a question done? Because like I said, the damn thing, you got to get back to work. Oh, sorry about that, Don. Tracy, finance. Tracy. I can only try and get to you guys because I've got a list here. Now I've got Julia, who's wanting to know a little bit about travel. Right. Okay, Julia. Ooh, you got a lot of stuff going on in there, huh? Let me start this way. So, money tree here, well, when we're talking about travel, money tree here first and foremost. It's interesting because, like I said, that way it's almost like you've got a split type butterfly. Butterfly would tell me just be a little cautious on the spending, nothing too frivolous. Here would tell me make some decisions, particularly decisions around younger people. It's almost like you've got a 2 here, which means, yes, there is 2 choices that you may make. There is a coin. That, looking at it, it's almost like finger pointing. So do what you want to do in your decision making here. Don't let other people tell you what to do. That's actually quite nice when you see there, because you've got a little rosebud. So a rosebud would mean good growth for you. There is a bell or a speaker when I hold it that way. Now hang on, timing. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9. So 3. So it's about 4 from now. So you're probably looking at around September. There would tell me get some tickets in your hands, because either a bell or a megaphone means you're telling people about it. It's like you're saying, guess what, guys, I'm doing X, Y, Z. So it's actually not a bad thing. You've also got a little person sitting on top of the house here. So it tells me you may travel with a person who's younger, and it may be a family member. So here you've also got a lovely big tunnel. It's sitting on the man. The man often symbol, everybody automatically assumes a guy, but it doesn't have to be a guy. It literally means you stepping up, taking control and being the one to make them decisions. The tunnel here means it's high time you do have a bit of a travel and a holiday, because it means go and explore places that you've always wanted to. Here again you've got is like a little nail. Nail means whoever's annoying the crap out of you, trying to piss them right off that you do not need. Because a nail is like me sticking this knitting needle in your ribs. And it would tell me, people who can't tell you what to do, where to go, tell them to bugger off. Here you've got, it's almost like a little strawberry. Strawberries, any fruit and vegetables, even if it was a carrot, are good for abundance, because it means good things where you were exploring. There you have 2 people side by side. So those 2 people side by side would still tell me, though, travelling with somebody else. Here you've also got, it's like a little owl, and then he's got like a branch, but then his branch has got like a heart. So the owl tells me about what you are learning when you travel. It's about using your wisdom, experience and knowledge. And the heart would still tell me doing and planning and going something that you truly love. Now, I'm not going to read every one of these. I'll be here for a month of Sundays. But I'm going to pick out your majors. Here you've got is literally a basket, like an old-fashioned cane basket. Basket means you are ready for great abundance. It's a female energy sign. So if you are not wanting to travel with a male, take a good friend with you. And that actually is quite nice. And I'm just having a look what it's on. Oh, it's sitting on the anchor. So the anchor would still tell me good, secure person, female energy, take with you. There you've literally got a dog that looks like a poodle. So again, take a very good friend with you, someone you've had probably for a very long time. Here you've got a lovely big flower rising. It's got 2 leaves and there's the bud in the middle. So flower again, growth. It's beautiful. I'd say you will travel, but I'd say choose somebody that you feel very grounded with, even if it's a friend. It doesn't have to be a male or a partner. And to me, I'm looking at that, even though it's only a little symbol, it's the first one that pops up there, would tell me around September is a good time to either plan it and get the tickets in your hands. So I hope that helps a wee bit. So, guys, if I've missed you, I'm sorry, and I'll have to grab you next time if I'm not getting you there. So, I had Ali, who wanted white, but I've got black ready. Sorry, you have to have black, because I've only got my 2 cups because I didn't want to have a whole stack of dishes tonight. So, let's have a look. What's in the black cup? And see, lots of people say, oh, there's nothing in there, Karen. But you'd be surprised what we do read. This is the beauty of fortune teller teacups. You've got a heart here. Heart is actually very nice. And you've got it between a man here and the moon. So it tells me there may be a very nice person coming along that is actually opening up some emotions to you. You've also got the little dot here. Like I said, little dots are often the coins. And coins mean not just money, but they mean abundance and multiples of. So multiples of that with the heart would tell me multiples of love, emotions, and good things where someone's opening up for you. Here you've got is a little bird right beside the clouds. And birds, like I said, never ever deliver bad news unless they have got the tornadoes and hangman's nooses and swords and all that sort of thing. So bird here would tell me don't let anyone disturb your thought processes or make you second guess what it is you want or what you say or how you act or what you even wear. It's almost like birds here are talkers, but it's almost like you're allowing someone there to confuse you or undermine your thought processes. To hell with them, I say. Because here you've got all these beautiful scattered dots, which still tells me there is an abundance of very good people around you. And that one again is a heart. There is another little heart. I'd love to know if you've got a partner. So straight sticks are often fairly tall men. It's sitting here behind a horse. Horse is, like I said, the messenger, the information giver. Sitting behind there would just tell me there's a man probably around you or in your life who needs to improve their communication because they're a little bit crappy on their communication. What else? See a dot above the baby carriage would still tell me good news is coming in around money matters. It's not a bad cup, darling. Even though there's small bits, there's a bit that's important. Your big thing here would tell me, though, again, don't let anyone undermine your confidence. And if people judge you, and when I say undermine, a lot of people say, what do you mean, Karen? Undermining or backhanded compliments. I'll give you an example. Say I put on a red lipstick, which I've got none on, and I thought, yeah, I like this. I don't mind this red lippy today. I'll just wear that. And then if someone could come up and say, oh, that's a different colour. Why on earth did you choose that? That is a backhanded compliment. And if somebody says that sort of crap to you, tell them where to go in a big way. Hang on, I'm trying to get some tea leaves. Right, get some tea leaves, get some liquid. Right, let me just get that one ready. Sorry guys, cup colours aren't happening because I've only got 2 running at the moment. So, let that one drain. Let me get this one ready. It's a bit of a challenge when you're doing live for tea. And I just need to get all these down because we don't want them the same. And go down there. Sorry, it's probably very loud. A bit of more water. Right. Will you take a holiday trip this month for Cynthia? Hang on. Just let me get these cups ready. Right. I've got Rose, Hayley and Tracy. I'm just writing down Cynthia. Trip. Okay. Fiona. Sorry, I'm trying to write this down. General. What have I got? Kellyanne. Have I got Kelly written down? No, I haven't got Kellyanne. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually going to stop it there, guys. So can somebody put a line there and say, sorry, no more readings? Can somebody just put a line in there and some pictures or something for me? Because otherwise I'm going to be here all night. So I've got Roz. Roz wants to talk about downsizing. Let's have a look. Downsizing. Let me start up here. Sorry. So what have we got here? It's almost like a tadpole. Very unusual. Tadpole hasn't developed into the frog yet. So it literally means, yes, small and developing. Here you've actually got is like a little bell or a horn. Now, timing 12:3. That's interesting because your bell was smack bang on 3 months, Roz. And a bell there would tell me you're either talking or making some decisions, shout outs is bells usually, about your downsizing. Your tadpole here would tell me you're probably actively looking. So, and that's in around your 3 to 4 months, because we're going through, 3 or 4 months from now, which we're only May, June, July, so probably around August, September. It wouldn't surprise me you're talking about things like that. Here you've actually got, it's like a little witch's hat. I hope you can see that. It's got a tiny, tiny little point on the end. Witch's hats actually are very good because it literally means using creative magic, that what you are doing in your thought processes. So it's actually not a bad thing. So you've also got it above a male there. So I'm not sure if you've got a partner or not. But a witch's hat there means you have to think smart, outsmart any males that you may deal with in doing so. So up here you've also got the arrow, which means, again, different direction. Arrow's funny when we talk about houses because it actually can mean totally different location to what you thought or where you were thinking of going. T here sitting on the ring. Ring is, of course, a good contract, so it means literally signing the deal. You've got here 2 people shaking hands, touching. You've also got the letter R there. I know that's your name, but the letter R can be, again, another person, male or female. When you've got 2 people there, it's like, again, are you signing the contracts with somebody connected with the letter R? Beautiful bird here over the garden arch, which tells me nice celebrations with lots of good people that are around you. Around here, you've got the letter J sitting on the mountain. Again, letters, person's name, Jack, Jill, what have you, Joanne, Jonathan. On the mountain just tells me they could be people who cause a few obstacles in your way, so just brush them by, you don't need it. But what I find interesting here is the little tent. Tent there would tell me, yes, smaller house, smaller abode, but it's like it's not your long term. Now, I know you probably want to downsize and say, this is it, you carry me out the box. But tent there would tell me this is an in-between or a go-between because you're not quite ready yet. You've also got a little duck, which means, again, newish home, which is nice. So it's not like going into a really old, dilapidated place because ducks mean birth of new. It is sitting on the birch rod. A lot of people call it a broom. Brooms literally mean declutter. Birch rod is things that can be painful. But a duck there would tell me, though, no matter how difficult some things may be, you still find joy. It's actually a nice cup. But I think you're making some decisions in around 3-4 months. So you'll have to let me know. So, right. get this off. I just have to, I'm using tea to wash it down. I'm probably going to have mess everywhere. And then I get it all over my table mat. Get off there. Right. Come on. Wash away. Get away. Right. Let me have a look. Hayley's wanting to look at her money. Hayley. Right. Money matters. You've got literally a branch sitting above your head. Any problems that you may have are only temporary because it's almost like a branch and then there's a bird sitting on it. But then you've got a person at the end of the branch. So it tells me good talks with somebody who may help and assist you. And it's funny because that almost looks like a knight chess piece. Now, a knight chess piece or any chess piece means think strategic, think outside the box. If there's any financial problems, I'd look at these and say they are only very temporary, not major, which is a good thing. But there it's again, thinking strategic, somebody here is actually helping and assisting you. That's nice. Here you've got a golf flag, or a flag, sorry, I bumped it, on the dog. Flags usually mean victory. Dog there means very good friend. And it's interesting, it's almost like, is there a very helpful friend who can help guide you, assist you in what you need to do? You've got here the letter or the number 5. It looks also like the letter S. I saw it as a 5 first. 5 usually means give yourself time for change, because 5 is a number of lots of changes. Think of 5 and say to yourself, 5 alive. It literally means buzzing out of your pants. 5 itself in timing would tell me 5 weeks from now something important is happening, up to 5 months, not years. Here you've got 2 straight roads. And when you see parallel roads there, it does mean things will level out, continue the journey you are on. And this is really nice when you've got so many little dots here, all raining down on your money tree. Now that's not sinking your money tree. Your money tree literally means good. And here you've actually got the heart on the money. So I'd look at that and say you'll feel more joy around money. Up here, you've got a big blob, literally a blob, covering your moon. Moon is your emotions, and again, it's what are you radiating out in order to receive. Like I said, moon is your reflection. So I see that there, it's like you, one of a better word, it's almost like don't put your head in the sand. If there is something, deal with it and don't put your head or the blinkers on there, because it's like you're covering up some of the reflection or some of your light. And if you're not shedding your light, you're not receiving it in. So, and then you've got your star. Star's lovely. Again, you've got lots of coins here. I look at these as still seeing a continuous flow of money. I don't see here that you're not going to be able to have bread on the table or pay the gas bill, because there it still would tell me it's still flowing. But you've got good, helpful person here who may be able to guide you in the right direction. But I still say here, any issues are only very temporary, darling, when it comes to money. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Right, get this one happening. Sorry, you got all the noise. Get that down. Tea. Oops, now I've got too much water in it. Right, let me just get that one ready. Let me get this one ready. I've got Tracy also about money. Then I've got Cynthia, Fiona and Kelly Ann. So Tracy, financial matters. That one's probably drained a bit longer. Okay, money matters. Right. Ooh, yours is all down here in the bottom. So, Actually got a little lady dancing here. Arms are outstretched, dancing on top of the mountain. Tells me there, sorry, I have to swear, it's just an Aussie thing. When I see that there, I look at it and say, all the shit that you've gone through, you should never worry too much about it because you've got Dancer on the mountain. So it tells me joy is coming. And you've got, like I said, all these little scattered coins around here. That's a nice sign. Now, I'm not sure whether you work yourself or either for a company or for yourself, but when you've got an acorn there, it means what seeds you plant today will grow for tomorrow. It's actually a really nice symbol. Round here, you've got the finger pointer. So there it just tells me don't take judgment from others. Finger pointers are usually do-gooders and they're trying to tell you do this, do that, or make this financial move and that financial move because it may have worked for them. But what works for them doesn't work for everybody and doesn't mean it works for you. So the finger pointer here would tell me don't let anyone really piss you off because it's pointing to the moon, tells me, and yes, it is emotional and more than likely it's probably coming from somebody who's family who's got too much to say, can upset the emotions. So the finger pointing there is, yeah, tell them where to go. So here is lovely to see. That's like it's almost like an eagle spreading his rising. Again, you've got good financial freedom coming. Like I said, grab it, the opportunities that are around to you and roll with them. So here is a little tiny balloon which still tells me good joys are coming. This is very nice to see as a door, and you've also got coins sitting on the baby pram, so it tells me there's new sources of money coming in. And the door there would tell me opening the door to good financial freedom because you're between joy and you're also here between dreams and wishes. It's not too bad, like I said, your biggest one there straight away I saw was dancing on the mountain. So it tells me dancing upon any hardships that you may be feeling or enduring at the moment. So I hope that helps a wee bit. It's probably really loud, I can imagine. I'm trying not to get tea all over my table mat because I've got clients in tomorrow. And I don't feel like washing it all tonight. I've got other mats, but I just like this one. It's one of my favourites. I think I got too much water. Right, okay. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Right, now I have Cynthia wanting to know about a trip coming up. So, ready to sell before making next move. Be ready, thinks, yep. I will add this week financial coach. Good. I'm really happy to hear that, Hayley. Helpful friend checking in. That is so nice. It's really nice when you've got friends like that, though. And I was only having this discussion the other week with somebody really dear to me, and we were talking about different levels of friendships that we cultivate over the years. And you have the friendships that are the acquaintances that you'll only give them 20% of your information. Then you'll have the 50% level, and then you've got the girlfriends or the friends that are the 100% ones who know every single item and thing about you. They're the soul ones. But yeah, there's different levels of friendship, and if someone's only giving you 20%, you're giving back 100%, well, you know what to do to balance that one, don't you? So, Cynthia, wow, you've got a lot of mud going on in here. It looks like lots of it. So, let's have a look. I'll start up here with you. That's interesting. You've got literally like a comma. A comma is a pause, which tells me there may be a short delay in probably the dates or the timing that you are wanting. So that's also not bad. You've got like a bit of a star near a star, so it tells me plan somewhere that you truly want to go, because stars are lovely about dreams and wishes. I'm reading your majors here because otherwise I'll be here all night. Here you've got literally like, it's almost like cat ears. I know, I'm a bit cat obsessed. But when I'm not looking at the cat ears, you've got a man sitting down here, And it's almost like it's at a couch and a man sitting down. The snake just tells me things could be a little more convoluted than you realise. Here you've got is like a letterbox. Letterbox there would tell me news is coming. It's not a bad sign there, but there is a lot of it down here. This is really nice to see when you've got the arc, or it's a bit like a rainbow, which still tells me plan something for the longer term. You've also got two doorways side by side here, which would mean making a decision. Do you want to go to place A or place B? Two doors side by side would tell me why not look at both. So, house here, you've got literally a Taur, like the bull head on it. He's even got little horns. Bull heads can be the sign of a Taurian person around you, but bulls generally mean stubborn. I'm stubborn male. So I can hear you laughing when I can hear you laughing. You'll have to fill me in later. This is nice to see a flower pot because it tells me after difficulties, things are still blooming and growing. You do have a couple around here on the mouse. It just tells me about minor things that be a bit of annoying what's going on. You've got anchor. Oh, you've got a pair of glasses here on the anchor. That's nice because it's almost like a pair of sunnies, which means going somewhere that's lovely and warm. And I know you're in a hell of a lot warmer climate than I am, but it usually means somewhere where you feel grounded and literally relaxation in the sun. Here again, you've got a man sitting, which literally means male who's actually taking things easy. You've also got two hearts on the tree. Two hearts, that's the tree of family. And the two hearts there is, yes, going with somebody that you love. It's not a bad cup, but I think you may have a bit of a delay. But that's right on you now. So unless you're planning on getting your tickets in your hand right now, I would say plan it for a little further down the track. But it's like, again, convoluted situations here may slow things down a little bit. But it's not too bad. So, I've got Fiona. Kellyanne, if you're still here, darling, I don't think I wrote down your question. Sorry, but if you can tell me what your question was. If you're still here. Hi, Christelle, lovely to see you, darling. I've already got a big list going and I'll be here a month of Sundays and I haven't even washed up yet. It's, what time is it here? 8:45 at night time here. Yeah, so let me just get this back in. This is not how you do two readings when you've got a client, people. This is only what happens when you're doing them live and you create a lot of mess like me. So, oops. Fiona, general reading. Let's have a look at yours. Oh, general. Okay. Yep. So, Kelly was general, same as there. Okay. Let's have a look. This is Fiona who was wanting a general as well. So, straight sticks, like I said, often represent males. And you've got a straight stick here near the sun. Whoops, sorry, I bumped that. Which literally means there's a positive male influence that is around you. And it's funny because it's almost like you've got an eye here, and then a straight mouth, which is almost like the not sure how I'm feeling mouth. It's like tight lip. Don't let them rain on your parade. So, because it's right near the sun and between the female there, I'd look at it and say, yeah, any male who may put things, it's almost like smart ass, I think that's the only way I could say it. And it's where you might feel they're judgy or they're a bit strange like that. Nah, don't let them rain on your parade. No one's going to steal your sunshine. So here you've got, again, long straight stick, but I'm seeing this here on the dog, which tells me there's actually a really good, loyal person. Doesn't have to be a close friend as a male, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a male. It can tell me a very strong-minded female who's got your back. It's interesting because there's an eye there, which tells me it's almost like you've got a very good, strong female person around you who can literally know and sense how you think or feel. They're the type of people you want around, which is nice. Here it tells me you've got some good news coming because there's a little tiny fat bird sitting on a branch. There would tell me it's some news that's making some decisions around money matters. And down here you've got literally a nest, and nest when there's no birds in it because he's sitting over here on the branch, literally means where some family you may feel a little bit empty in some ways. Like lots of people think empty nesters, but it's almost like get more in touch with family matters. And in particular, open up conversations with them because that could be really good for you. Ant is lots of hard work, but you've also got the little door above it, which means all the hard work that you put in will pay off. You'll see progress. Up here, you've got literally a man eating out of a bowl. How nice is that? Have a man. Literally, it should be the palm of your hand. Stop it, Karen. Man feeding from a bowl means a bowl is bowls, cups, vessels of any sort usually mean where you share, and it's like break bread with people. But a man just standing there drinking or eating out of the bowl would tell me, don't allow someone to take more than you have to give. It's a little bit like feed self first before you feed others. So it's like don't let your batteries run too flat and give till you've got nothing else yourself. So learn to rein that in. So, and don't let them play mind games either. So when I see that there. Butterfly, and again a box. Butterfly is joy. It literally means rise up. A box there would tell me pleasant surprise when you least expect it. And it's interesting it's on horse and rider because it tells me pleasant news when you least expect it is bringing you joy and rise. Nice. And here you've actually got this little turtle. Turtle, that should have been yours, Nancy. Because I know Nancy loves turtles. Turtles is your maternal side. Now, whether you have or have not children doesn't make any difference. Your nurturing side is strong. It is here with the tree, which means family. And I'd look at that and say, again, people may look to you for advice because you have all the wisdom, the knowledge and the nurturing. It's like you are the first one people may reach out to. But that's not a bad thing because your little balloon here would tell me what you do gives family joy. And you've also got your little flying bird again, which means good news around family. It's not bad. Here you've got, it's almost like there's a head and there's the body. And then you've got it on the scythe, or here in Australia we often call them a sickle. And when you see the sickle cutting a person, it literally means there may be someone in your life that you are ready to distance from. And because the head is separated from the body, it would tell me it's a bit like the saying Elvis has left the building. And I would look at that and say, someone who, again, is not putting in the effort, it won't surprise me that you'll disconnect them. So... snake, the bottom end of snake, it's literally poo-poo. Snake means often messy situations or convoluted situations. You've got it down on the tail, so again it tells me anything that's tricky or sticky matters, literally it will pass soon, if you know what I mean. Poo-poo. Leaf means changes within the next 3 months, and they usually mean very positive changes. Again, pardon me, you've got the box, which means pleasant surprises. These are good, and you've also got, again, scattered coins, which still tells me good surprises that are coming. So I hope that helps a wee bit. And my lucky last is Kelly Ann. Hi Karen, lovely to see you, darling. You've come in on the end of me, because I've been talking for an hour non-stop, which is nothing new, as Linus would say. I'm washing my leaves down into the cup. And let me get this right. Just want to make sure they're all down so we don't have the same leaves. Right. Let me just tip out a bit of that, too much. Bit of swirl. Okay. Right. So let's have a look. Kellyanne, lucky last. Oh, you've got a son. Lovely. So, lovely to see Christelle, but I've actually wrapped up. I don't know if you can see him down there where we had to draw a line in the sand because I've been talking non-stop for an hour and I know I'm going to start losing my voice very soon. So, this is for Kellyanne, lucky last. So, general, you got a great big recliner chair sitting up there. Recliner chair sitting on the dog's head, so it tells me you need some fun, some relaxation. It's literally like a girls' movie night because there it's like do something that's very relaxing with a friend. That's nice. Here you've got your coins around the sun. So coins, like I said, mean good things. Sun is positive things around financial matters. So you've got a tent here and then there's a bird on a branch. Tent's interesting because it tells me some sort of short holiday or a short break. And the bird on the branch there would tell me where you are literally spruiking the news or telling people I'm going away for a mini break. Tent is usually short. It's not like going somewhere for 4 weeks or something to another country. It usually means within the same country, and it could even be short as a weekend or up to about a week. But you've got the bird there, which means you are telling people, I'm on a break. And even if that is what they call the staycation, where it's like, everyone piss off, I've gone away and don't disturb me, and you shut the door and the blinds, that would be very good for you. But I'd look at it here and say, you're doing something nice here with a good friend, which is lovely. Now up here, you've got literally the shape of an owl sitting on the horse and rider. An owl is the master teacher, and it is the wisdom, the knowledge that you have. Sitting on the horse and rider, it's almost like, is there someone that you are helping or assisting in teaching them things? And horse and rider is masculine energy, so it tells me, is there something you have as a youngish male who needs to learn things from you? Because there would tell me old head on your shoulders. Now, I'm not sure how old you are, but that there would tell me lots of wisdom, knowledge that you have to share with a younger male. Around here, you've got, it's almost like the old-fashioned, a lot of people don't even know now, or young kids wouldn't, old-fashioned telephone, which just tells me news that may do your head in a little, but then you haven't got anything major that tells me. It may just be, oh, I'm not sure how I think or feel about that. So make sure anybody who's sort of trying to put squeeze on about making decisions and you don't feel comfortable with it, talk through it, because telephone is communication. So it means air your thoughts, even if you feel a little bit confused, ask for more clarity on them. There you've got is a beautiful doorway. There you've got, don't take this offensive, but when you see fat men, that's a fat man, doesn't mean you've got a fat man in your life. But when you see fatter structures like this, it actually usually means a man with character. Often they're very charismatic, and a man with, I don't know, it's like they grab your attention. It's like the presence of somebody. That's nice because it tells me there's a very well-structured man that is in around your home and family life here that can help move you forward and open many progressive doorways for you. And it may be just from the knowledge that they have that you are gaining in order to progress. It's not bad. So again, you've got coins scattered here, which still tells me good things around money. It's not a bad cup down. So I hope that helps a wee bit. So, but thanks everybody for joining me. Sorry if the people have come in late, but I thought I'd just try and jump on and show you a little bit on how easy it is to use teacups for readings. Yes, on lives they can be messy, but when you're doing them in your own practice or your friends or families and things like that, great tea parties. Actually, I had a lovely lady in US just last month now. What are we, May? Yeah, last month, who bought 16 cups for a whole big tea party. So, and I'm waiting to get some photos, so it'll be wonderful. And they are great for that type of thing. So, but thanks anyway, and it's been really good to see you all join me here, and it's from my heart. But I thought I'd come on this time frame to get some fellow Aussies, but also the guys in EU and UK area. So US, Canada, I tend to try and do on the mornings. So, but thanks everyone for joining me. So, and lovely to see you. Karen, you would be up because you're up at the crack of dawn every morning. Karen Jensen and me have been friends for a very, very long time, and she's usually getting up, and that's the time I'm usually going to bed. So, but thanks anyway, everyone. Lovely to see